Are you concerned about how the Social Security Fairness Act could affect your payments? You're not alone. With so many changes on the horizon, it's essential to understand how this act might impact you. In this video, we'll answer the top 5 most common questions about the Social Security Fairness Act, from why your payment amounts might fluctuate to when these changes could take effect. We'll also guide you on how to check your eligibility and avoid common pitfalls. So, stay with us until the end to get the answers you need. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Financial Area so you can stay informed about all the latest updates on Social Security and other important financial matters. The Social Security Fairness Act has introduced some significant changes that can cause payment amounts to vary. One of the key factors contributing to these fluctuations is the elimination of 2 important provisions: the Government Pension Offset, GPO, and the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP. These provisions have historically reduced Social Security benefits for people who worked in both private and public sectors, particularly those receiving pensions from non-Social Security covered employment, like government workers. By removing these provisions, the Social Security Fairness Act can lead to higher Social Security payments for some individuals, especially for those who were previously affected by these offsets. However, this also means that payment amounts are not the same for everyone. For instance, individuals who were impacted by GPO and WEP may now see an increase in their monthly benefits. On the other hand, those who weren't affected by these provisions might not see much of a difference, or their payments could even fluctuate depending on other factors. Additionally, the Congressional Budget Office, CBO, has provided estimates on how these changes will affect different groups, but these are projections and can change over time. As economic conditions and demographic factors shift, the final payments could differ from initial estimates. The variability in payments is important for anyone relying on Social Security to plan their future finances. Understanding that these changes might cause either an increase or decrease, depending on one's individual circumstances, helps set realistic expectations. Moreover, those who are in the process of qualifying for benefits might find that their situation changes as well, leading to the need for continual monitoring. It's crucial to keep up with any updates or adjustments to ensure you are receiving the full benefits you're entitled to under the Social Security Fairness Act. Eligibility for payments under the Social Security Fairness Act largely depends on your specific circumstances, particularly if you are receiving a government pension. The Act's primary focus is on those who have worked in both public and private sectors, where they may have paid into Social Security for some years, but also contributed to a pension system that wasn't tied to Social Security, like a state or local government pension. This dual-source income can complicate how Social Security benefits are calculated. The removal of the Government Pension Offset, GPO, and Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, means that some people who were previously penalized by these provisions may now qualify for higher Social Security payments. For those receiving pensions from government jobs, it's especially important to check with your pension provider to understand how this will impact your benefits. Pension systems vary widely across states and municipalities, so the way the Fairness Act affects you could differ from someone in another area. Some individuals might find that the changes result in a direct increase in their monthly benefits, while others may see a less noticeable difference, depending on how much of their pension income is counted in the calculations. If you are unsure whether you qualify under the new provisions, the first step is to get in touch with your pension provider. They should be able to give you details on how your pension affects your Social Security benefits under the Fairness Act. If you are still employed and contributing to a pension system, it's a good idea to request a projection of what your benefits might look like once you retire. Those nearing retirement should also review their statements and eligibility criteria to avoid surprises down the line. For individuals who are already retired or receiving Social Security benefits, it's important to understand that this act may change the amount of benefits you receive, depending on how the Social Security Administration readjusts your calculations. This could be particularly significant for those who had their payments reduced due to the Windfall Elimination Provision or the Government Pension Offset. Therefore, checking eligibility isn't just for future retirees. Current beneficiaries need to understand if and how their existing payments will be adjusted. One of the challenges many people face when trying to understand the implications of the Social Security Fairness Act is contacting the Social Security Administration, SSA, for information. The SSA is notoriously difficult to reach, with long wait times and, in some cases, unhelpful responses that can leave individuals frustrated and unsure about their next steps. Many people try calling the SSA's helpline or visiting their local offices, only to face extended hold times, difficulty scheduling appointments, or delays in getting accurate answers to their questions. This can be particularly frustrating when trying to understand how new policies, like those outlined in the Social Security Fairness Act, affect you personally. Fortunately, there are ways to streamline the process and gain access to important information without having to rely solely on phone calls. One of the most effective methods is to create an online My Social Security account. This free, secure account allows individuals to view their Social Security statement, track their earnings history, and monitor eligibility for benefits. By having an online account, you can avoid waiting on hold or standing in line at a local office. The platform also gives you the ability to update your personal information and request estimates for future benefits. For many, this can be a much more efficient way to get the information they need, especially when navigating changes brought on by the Social Security Fairness Act. Additionally, for those who still need to speak with an SSA representative, many services now allow you to schedule appointments online. This is particularly useful for individuals who need to discuss complex cases or specific questions about how their benefits will change under the new law. Although these appointments can still take time to secure, it's often faster than relying on walk-in visits or waiting for long periods on the phone. For anyone navigating the changes to Social Security, especially those related to the Fairness Act, setting up an online account or appointment can save a lot of time and frustration. Another issue that may affect how quickly the changes are implemented is the timeline for full enforcement of the Social Security Fairness Act. Given that the Act is still relatively new and there have been transitions within the SSA, including the appointment of a new Social Security Commissioner, the implementation of these changes could take longer than initially expected. While some provisions of the Act may be rolled out sooner, the full impact may take time to reach all eligible recipients. The transition period can be challenging, as individuals may not see immediate changes to their payments or may need to wait for the SSA to update its systems and processes. During this time, it's important to stay informed about developments and be patient as the SSA works to integrate these new provisions into its operations. Regularly, checking the SSA website for updates is one of the best ways to stay in the loop. As the Social Security Fairness Act continues to evolve, it's crucial to stay informed about how the changes might affect your payments and eligibility. Whether you're still working, nearing retirement, or already receiving Social Security, understanding the impact of the Act on your benefits is essential for planning your financial future. Make sure to check with your pension provider to understand how the changes apply to you, and take advantage of resources like the My Social Security account to manage your information more efficiently. While the timeline for full implementation is still uncertain, staying proactive and engaged with the SSA will help you navigate these changes with greater confidence. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to comment below. We're here to help. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Financial Area for more updates on Social Security and other important financial topics. We'll continue to provide you with the information you need to make the best decisions for your financial future.